Wonder how you can get Bitcoin prices by making use of a free API that you can integrate in your application, or you want to know how to get actually Bitcoin prices in the manual way. In this video, I'm going to show you the basic and the simplest way we can get this by making use of API. The API is free. That's one thing I like about this API, and you can integrate it in your application. In a situation whereby you do not know Python, you don't know any other programming language, but you know how to reload a page, can say like suffering, not actually suffering. So, but if you know how to reload a page, you can just reload it once in a while. So the API that I'll be making use of is actually this API, this blockchain.info/sticker. This site tends to provide us the kind of endpoint API whereby we can anytime we reload this page. Okay, let me reload. Make sure you have internet connection when you are searching a website. What this API can say a website provides for us is provides for us a Bitcoin prices in different currency. That is basically what this API does for us. You can see here we have something like ARL. This signifies a particular currency. We have the Brazil, the Canadian dollar. You have a whole lot of them, and beneath here we have the USDT. It signifies the price of Bitcoin in USDT. If I was to refresh this page, let's refresh it. Let's see what the current price of BTC USDT. Now you can see that the current prices. Let me do this. Let me zoom it back a little bit. You can see that now the price is 86,480 for that of the USDT, which is USD, which is actually in dollar. In case you're interested in getting the current bit price, you're interested in getting it in dollar. So this can be really useful in a situation whereby you want to do automation. Maybe you have money, you want to trade BTC. Like also make use of this API to get the current price that is actually available. You have the Bitcoin, maybe you have 2 or 3 Bitcoin. You want to sell it if the price increases, and you want to buy if the price reduces. You can make use of Python to actually achieve this. We are going to learn how to make use of Python to actually grab this USDT. I'm going to get the current prices of USDT. So in case if you do not know Python programming language or any other programming language, you can still what you have to do is just to come here and reload this page. Like I can see, just come here, reload this page. Just simple as if just click on reload, it's going to reload the page for you, and then you can come and look at the price. So but in this way you have to manually come and be doing this all the time. Have euros here. If you have euros, you have GBP, a whole lot of them. I'm not surprised I didn't see naira here, but these currencies are actually doing pretty well. Look at this guy, 86,480. This is actually doing well. If you have to read this in naira, that should be close to 121 million or so. Well, that's not what we came here for. So to actually grab this in Python, we're going to make use of request. Since this is actually an API, but make use of request, and try to do that, you need to actually import request. To do that, just say request. I'm going to make use of this request to actually fetch that of the data. I know that when you look at this site now, when you look at this website now, the information is being rendered in that of JSON by making use of this key to actually get the values, which are this of this guy. So the next we are going to do, since we know that this is actually rendered in JSON, so first we are going to do is actually to bring out to set the URL, which I'm going to copy this URL because this URL is our target. So I'm just going to copy that. So I'm going to put our URL here. So the next thing I'm going to do is actually to establish our request. I might create a variable and call this up our request, or what I'm trying to get the information. I'm not trying to push. So I want to get this our URL that we have here. I want to get the information from there. So I'm going to create a new variable which I call it RS. It's like as if I'm trying to create a variable that have this variable. I'm going to make use of this request. The information we got, want to turn it to that of JSON. So I'm going to say our res.JSON. So once I'm able to turn it to JSON, because we know that this information that is being rendered by this page is actually in that of the JSON format. So since I've gotten this, I've turned it to JSON. Next thing I'm going to do is actually to look at this, because my interest is actually to get it in this of the USD, which is dollar. So I want to get how the output in that of USD. So I can come here and say my target. I'm going to set my target to be this of our distance. This is going to be in JSON, and then this our USDT is going to be the target. So let me just copy this of our USDT. Remember, you can copy any of your choice. I'm going to also show how you can basically do that with other currency. Just basically the same. Instead of USDT, we're just going to change this guy. Okay, since this our USDT is our target, let's actually print our target to see what we currently have. So this is our target. Let's actually run our target to actually see what we currently have. So you can see when I run this, you signify that this is the current target we are currently. You can see 86441. Let me go back. What we have here was 864 is, you can see it's actually depreciating. So I can reload this again for us to actually see the current price, because we can see the price is changing. So this is the manual way to do that. Just click on the reload. You can see that we got this the last with 86441, like we got here. You can see how it was fast by making use of Python to actually do that. When if in case you want to do a manual, you can just come and reload like how we did. They buy, they sell, I think they are basically the same thing. So what they want to do here, since we want to actually grab the current price, we can come here and say what, we can say cr_what price. I will know that our current price is actually targeting this of our 15. Data targeting is our 15 minutes, or be 15 seconds. So I'm just going to copy. This is our target, and then we're going to call this of our we're going to call this of our target, because this our target is now holding this of the entire case. So if you don't understand what we're actually doing, I talked about all these things when we were talking about when we did a video on dictionary. The link will be in the description down below in case if you're interested in checking it out. I talked about all these things in well detail, because this is actually a kind of dictionary output. That's how JSON actually works. Also check my JSON tutorial. I talked about this guy really well in that of my JSON tutorial. So watch the dictionary, then you can head over to JSON. After JSON, you can understand this pretty well. So since we are targeting this of our 50 which is currently our the Bitcoin prices, so the next thing we are going to do, since we are now have the current price, I created a variable CRR and price. So right now I can now run to get our current price. Remember that this is what targeting. So let's actually run. In case if you're interested in targeting this last price, by say all you have to do is to come here and put the last price instead of 15. I see here our 15, which was this initially it was 86441. Right now it's actually 86526, like as if it increased a little bit. You can see that with this you can actually integrate it in your application. Maybe you want to be display this output every 2 seconds, every per second. So you can integrate this in your application. We're going to also learn how to integrate it in Kenta. Kenta is not actually the best application out there to make use of, but we're just going to first to have the idea on how we can actually do it. You can be doing this each and every maybe every 5 seconds or every each second. So you can see how it was easy for us to actually get the BTC price. So in case if you feel like you want to actually get this Japan price, so you just have to copy this JPY and then put the JPY instead of USDT here. That's just simple how it is. So if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Next video I'm going to learn how to actually integrate this in real life application. So I'll be happy to see you in that video. Thank you for watching.